Well, my name is Shailushi Ritchie. I'm currently the president of ACN. I went to graduate school and got my master's in public health from University of Michigan, Ann Arbor. And then I followed the path of many pioneers. I went west. I moved to California, and I was there for almost 20 years. And I did like 2 to 3 year stints in all kinds of roles. I worked in policy, I worked in program development and implementation, I worked in advocacy, I worked in technical support, I worked in development. I have the full range, I think I would say, of nonprofit experience. When I moved back to Chicago in 2016, I had this amazing opportunity to become the interim executive director of the Chicago Abortion Fund. And that was my first interim engagement. And I realized that I love that work. I love helping organizations in transition. I love the challenge. And I love that everything's different. No matter how many times I take an interim role, it's always different. The top 3 things I love about being an interim executive director is I really love helping an organization go from an unsteady state to a steady state. So when any executive leader, leaves an organization, it's always destabilizing. So to come in and provide a steadying presence is really great. I love leveling it up and leaving it better than it was before. And some interims will approach it as, I just need to keep the lights on. And some roles are like that. But I really prefer roles where I can help the organization transform into its next version of itself. I think about it in video game language, right? Like you level up, you get more skills, you get a little bit stronger. But the thing that's most fulfilling to me is usually in these situations, in these transitional situations, staff are anxious. Makes sense. They don't know what's coming next. And some people either love the executive director or some people didn't like that person. And everyone's got some feeling about it. As an interim, I get to work with those people, provide them with some support, figure out like, hey, what's going on here? And usually coach them up to a place where they're stronger, they're more ready to take on the challenges of the organization, and they're ready for the next person to come in and be the executive.